Here is the report, family. The Wuhan Lab Leak Theory is gaining ground. Now, every time I report on this, the digital masters try to give me a diss. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV is reporting that the Wuhan Lab Leak Theory is gaining steam.
Hello, my name is Ashina and welcome to Deep Roots TV.
Pick up Deep Roots TV. Respect, make sure to tune in the year every time.
Greetings and salutations to all nations. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. And if this is your first time tuning in, Rastaman channel, I'm asking you, hit that red subscribe button. Yeah. And we're going to have a great relationship, ladies and gentlemen. The Wuhan Lab Theory has gained more steam as confirmation of the Wuhan science as patient zero makes the lab leak theory looks likely and the misinformation police look like a fool. This report is coming from Bobby Suave of Rising. The lab leak theory of COVID-19 origin gained a tremendous legitimacy this week as the Wall Street Journal confirmed independent report that the earliest outbreak occurred at Wuhan Institute of Virology, November of 2019. Patient zero are now presumed to be 3 Chinese scientists, including Ben Hu, who worked extensively on gain-of-function researches, the manipulation of the virus that make the virus more contagious to human, which was funded by a grant from the United States government. Those case occurs in November 2019, well before the human wet market outbreak favored by some of the scientists community as more likely origin of the story. And they occurred among the very people who predicted that the virus originated in a lamb. Now, this is quite damning to say that at least anyone still claiming to an animal origin theory, remember the pangolin and the raccoon dog? It's running up against Occam razor, assuming the intelligence report are accurate and that Hu is his colleagues did contract the early case of COVID-19, this implication are huge. This would mean that the substandard safety protocols at the Wuhan laboratory probably unleashed a killer pathogen on the rest of the planet, and the Chinese government attempted to cover it up. Chinese government and China is hardly the only government on the hook. The lab leak also means that research paid by the United States tax dollars and vouched for by coronavirus czar Anthony Fauci, the nation's foremost gain-of-function advocate, is partly to be blamed for the pandemic that killed millions of people worldwide. Fauci, the very person tasked with the leading of the U.S. response of COVID-19, was in charge of the government agencies that gave Hu the gain-of-function research, initially sickening with the disease, millions of dollars to experiment with bat coronavirus. Affirmation on the central role played for Fauci National Institute Allergy and Infections Disease, the NIAID, was made public by the White Coat Waste Project, a watchdog group that used public records requests for scrutinizing federal funding of science. The journal cited that origination of the organization's work was writing that it is confirmed that Hu receipt of the U.S. fund. Concerned about the potential of the catastrophic human and Obama administration paused the federal funding of gain-of-function research during 2014. In late 2022, Fauci sat for a 7-hour deposition admitting that exceptions had been made for gain-of-function research, deeming vital to the government scientists. In any case, the pause ended in 2017. Meanwhile, numerous authorities, including the U.S. Embassy in Beijing, have raised concern about the negligence at the Wuhan lab over years. Vanity Fair and ProPublica prescribe that the lab is a biocomplex in crisis. If this sounds like a recipe for disaster, well, here we are. The confirmation of the lab leak theory would also mean that all mainstream journalists, establishment scientists, and social media moderators who derived their adherence as conspiracy theories were stunningly wrong. This should serve as a potential lesson to all the entities, many of them stated that funded, that have made policies allegedly misinformation their similarly issue. Said cops, including some of the most influential voice in the scientific community and expert commentary. The New York Times led coronavirus reporter Approver Mandavili previously described the lab leak theory as having racist roots. Vaccine scientist Peter Hotez criticized the comedian Jon Stewart for daring to raise any issues of episode of Stephen Colbert's show. CNN medical analyst Lena Wen lamented that theory likelihood of inspiring anti-Chinese animus. Others in the media called the lab leak a fringe conspiracy theory. Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, vigorously banned and suppressed posts about the lab leak theory before they finally abandoned the policy, and the theory gained some mainstream acceptance towards the later half of 2021, as revealed by the Facebook files. Recent report on the communication between the social media campaign and federal health bureaucracy. Facebook took the COVID-19 content cue from the government. All this behavior, these efforts to shame and suppress individuals who were asking questions about the preferred narrative of the government scientists now seem incredibly strong and, in short sight, seem to be right. The Biden administration had committed to declassify intelligence related to the origin of COVID-19, consistent with the bipartisan legislation signed early this year. Frustratingly, the feds have missed their congressional imposed deadline, which was last week. It was last time of the President Joe Biden and the federal health. It is long time for the federal government and Joe Biden, the Federal Health Office, to tell the American people the truth so all responsible parties can be ultimately held accountable. Despite the assumption of so many media commentators, the lab leak theory does not have unilaterally anti-Chinese implication. On the contrary, it is the explanation for COVID-19 that would incriminate the United States government as well. Ladies and gentlemen, as is here, I'm reading this article from Reason.com, written by Robbie Suave of Rising. Ladies and gentlemen, another blow to the administration in the United States that has been blocking every attempt to find out where this world pandemic virus came from. Now, they're released in different newspapers now that they're coming to acceptance. And my whole opinion on this is this a multilateral governmental agency internationally that collaborated on this particular pathogen. It's unbelievable that people were alienated and still are being alienated, being chastised, being shadow blocked on social media because of their own thoughts. And it's a perturbing situation to see that the people are taking it without the grease. Unbelievable. This article in Reason magazine is confirmed by Robbie Suave. it confirms that the Wuhan scientists might be patient zero. And this would link the United States of America to the Chinese scientists, because the United States of America, through the NIH and Dr. Fauci, funded back coronavirus research. It was paused 2014, but went on again 2017. People, think about it. Come out on the brain. What's really going on today in Ukraine? Why would you stifle an investigation that implicates your so-called number one rival? Why would you stifle a report on a pathogen that has killed so many? Maybe the pathogen did what it was supposed to. Because in this world right now, people, it appears that the disinformation that we are receiving is from the government. Don't let them fool you, because they will try to school you. They will try to rule you. And how they're going to do that? By confusing you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here. I'm reading this article from Reason, written by Bobby Suave of the Hill Rising. And it's shocking, the information that is being put out there. But like I said, every time I touch on the COVID, they shadow ban my channel. They don't put no commercial on it. Why is the United States government hiding from us? Critically thinking about this. Maybe they are implicated. And all the governments that came on board like it was automatic, including Jamaica and all the European countries worldwide, they know what's going on. They know what's going on. This is digital enslavement and digital control. What we are going to get from this COVID-19 is a mass surveillance industry. Facial recognition, voice recognition, fingerprinting, everything, biometrics. That's what this was all about. And anytime I speak the truth like this about the government infiltration of the people's rights and liberty, the internet shut me down or blocked me. So I know, people, I'm letting you know, the internet is just a spying software for the government. Rome still running the world, and everybody curl up under them like a little girl. And more life, more joy, more happiness. It's being reported the United States government is implicated in the deadly pathogen that has caused millions of lives, ladies and gentlemen. That's why them are give the people them way a free thinker a fight. Lab Leak Theory 1, misinformation cop 0. Yeah, tell you Rastafari, use your brain. I got a conspiratorial mind. That means I'm a critical thinker. My grandmother tell me, from you can think it, it's possible. More life and more joy, more happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, leave your comment on this article written by Rob Suave from The Hill Rising. Do you believe that the United States government is covering up the deadly pathogen that swept the world and left so many dead because they are implicated in it? More life, more joy, more happiness. Don't know the truth. Yeah, pick up the young fruit.
Them have to mix with the lightning. Them mix with the lightning. Them have to mix with the thunder. Them mix with the thunder.
Yeah, that's a one.
The world. And there's some black people that go with them under. Hey, Babylon, me see them a fret and them a wonder. Who flashy like the nana, who roll the thunder. Deep roots flashy like the nana.
That's why them not like Rasta, because Rasta tell you the truth.
Look how much of the youth them will them take, look how much them put under. How much of the youth them will them send a dove cut ya. Where Babylon the fire burn no longer. Babylon the proofs for that say you can't turn ya. Fire key, Rasta man and a real fire key.
When you talk like that, tell the truth. They want to say you're racist, but they don't care about the truth. They just want to fool everybody.
Pick up TV. Respect. Make sure to tune in the air every time.
And the people, them love it. Love the because
Yo, this one is for the youth.
you don't like it.
Yeah,
That's why
you're
we
watching
turn
Deep
a
Roots.
Rasta man.
I know you're cute.
Deep Roots TV.
Big up Deep Roots TV. Shout out to Deep Roots, bro. Shout out Deep Roots TV.
Tune in to Deep Roots TV. Log in, subscribe, online, YouTube. Get there or be square. Jacob said that.
You better know.